Good afternoon, I am Tiro, and this is a tutorial on programming naming conventions for other softwares, or how to name stuff in OBS so you know what's what. And many type of softwares that require lots of different objects, such as an Illustrator program which I brought up here, video editing, or even OBS itself. When you create a complex composition, such as this little logo letter thing I have here, you get a lot of stuff, and if you do not name them properly, it can get very confusing on what's what. So here you can see I have some crummy names, so it's just like pasted layer 2, pasted layer 1, mask, howdry. No idea what that is. So if you follow these techniques on how to name stuff, it makes it a lot more clear, and when you have more complicated, allows you to expand to have more complicated layouts, and it looks nicer, and changing things is a lot easier. But first, let's talk about, oh dear, naming stuff in programs. In programs, there's lots of variables and stats. Just think of anything like an RPG or real-time strategy games. Yeah, lots of stats. And if you notice in the good games, or well-designed ones, they all fit together. They're cohesive. So step one is to be consistent. And so let's say we have a stat for, let's say, maximum hit points. So how are we going to represent this in our names? There's a couple ways to do this. One is to just use the underscore instead of spaces. What that does is it keeps this all one word, so that when you do things like, next word or find word or seek word, so here I'm using the things, I'm advancing each word back and forward. It's all together. Very nice to find. Another common way is called camel case, such as the humps on the back of a camel, and basically is the first letter of every word is capitalized. So yeah, like a camel. And another variation, which is the one I prefer, is camel case, but you leave the first word uncapitalized. So what that does is it makes little hill-like sections. So it's like, lower letters, high letters in the middle, and then it ends with lower letters. So it's visually nice. Different people have different visual styles, so pick the one that kind of works for you. And another convention is that if you're dealing with a constant or something that is not going to change, to use full capitalization. So let's say the number pi in geometry. So number pi, that's not going to change. It's just 3.14. Boom. Or let's say in the game you have the maximum level cap. That's going to be 99. It's not going to change throughout the game, as opposed to, let's say, your current hit points. Current hit points. Current HP. That's going to change throughout the game. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Also, another variation for capitalization thing, let's see, is to add underscores before and afterwards. That kind of makes it pop out a little bit more compared with others. It's just a variation, and I don't remember what E is, so no matter. Now, we go to OBS, and we bring up. So it's when you're going to stream, you're going to have this composition or grouping of all this stuff on this little desktop with sources, and so we have all these things to add on to it, kind of our imaging program. And the trick is, for every object we add, we are going to give or name it so that it includes the object. So for example, if we're going to add text, we're going to give it the prefix txt. if we're going to deal with an image, we'll add the prefix image. Or maybe for other people with pictures. Some things are called labels, like in publishing software, so LEB. If we had a game, it's GAM. Or if we have a window, like we're capturing Firefox or maybe a media player or something. Or what's another one? The various tools you have for, let's say, subscriptions or keeping the time splits for running stuff, so it'll be a window. Let's say we had a monitor, not monitor, MON. Or we have a capture card, or capture device, like a webcam, CAP. So, put this in front of every single thing you add, and you know instantly what it is. So let's do that with a couple of things here in OBS. So the first thing we do, let's get rid of that one, is we're going to have a scene. Now a scene is an object, so we prefix it, SEN, and let's do it for, let's say, I run the game Saga, or at least I play it very often. So this is my Saga scene. And for that, I'm going to add a image, the background, which is the WonderSwan color, and it's blue. So let's see. Pictures. Let's see. There we go. Stream pictures. My backgrounds. There we go. WonderSwan color blue. There we go. Voila. And now the actual game, or the WonderSwan color game of this. Let's load up Saga. I apologize if the sound goes on. So we're going to add the game. Game WonderSwan color. Capture any full screens. Capture a specific window. We want WonderSwan color. And that isn't showing up, or maybe I need to actually have it here. Nope, not showing. So game is not good. Delete that. Which is why, I kind of do things. So window WonderSwan color, or Windows Saga. So now we know WonderSwan color. Yeah, we want that. There we go. Kinda gets a little goofy, and I can adjust it. I'll do the trimming and stuff later, but there we go. We have our WonderSwan swung, or at least the scene for Saga, all done. Let's have another basic scene, the desktop. So let's say I just need to do something real quickly. That is a no, that's not a window capture, that is a monitor or display. Display my desktop. Let's do disp. There we go. I have two screens, so I want the monitor one. There we go. We stretch it out as big as possible, or whatever. Boom. Desktop. Done. Now let's have another scene, and let's say a basic game, or my capture card. So let's say basic. This will be a template, so here's where we I'm going to show you a complex one. So you have all these slick designs with other streamers, and so let's say they have a background image. So I'm going to add my background. It's, let's see, it's kind of abstract thing. It's going to fill out the whole image. Let's see, another image, the borders. So I have a little border area, so it kind of looks nice. Let's see. Purple, because that's my most frequent one for RPGs. So I set it. I'll just do adjustments, but image border, image background, I know exactly what things are. Now on my channel we have another image, but it's not going to change. We have Pori, can't forget him. Let's see, and so we're going to add Pori. La da da. Let's see, Pori. There he is. Put him in the little corner. And now I can hide him. But guess what? I know all these are images, but I know which one's which and which one I can hide or bring up magically, because the names are very easy to read. Let's see, something useful also, a text. So I can do message. So let's see, a text is phone call. Sorry, be right back. There we go, and I can adjust the text. You know, put it here in the middle. Hide it. So now I know this message is a text document and so on and so forth. And now let's add the capture. Game capture, window capture, display capture. No, it is a video capture device. Video hoppage, my capture card. So there it is. I can reset it. Set it to the proper styles. Now here we're going with more of a layer thing. We don't want the capture at the top, we want it underneath the border. So, oh, there we go. Nice and easy. Let's see, do we want anything else? Let's see, text away, border, pictures, oh no. We could do other things. So let's say I was doing some fancy mixing. I could do audio input capture. Audio, let's see. I know in OBS, or at least Windows 7, the audio mixing is kind of goofy, so I want to use stereo mix. But then again, I want to keep my microphone separate, so I can do one for my microphone. Or even add an existing one, my mic auxiliary. But mic aux, I want to rename that. Doesn't match up with everything. Let's rename it. Or at least audio mic. And there we go. So here we have a nice complex scene. There's no big thing. So let's see, for capture device, or like if I had a webcam, I could add another one. But now we have this kind of basic setup, and depending on what you want to use or whatnot, we can just, you know, easily switch our scenes. We can hide or even change things, such as, let's say, restroom, you know, or let's say phone call, and have stuff real easy and customizable for us to use and change. And so, until next time, I am Tiro. Let's see, image, exit, and have fun gaming. See ya.